So next we've got to try and assemble it all again. Luckily we have instructions that show us where all the components go. Now in the casing we have this old bearing and there's no way of tapping it out. Sometimes you can get the shaft in there like that and wiggle it and wiggle it and wiggle it and try and slowly work it out, but it doesn't want to come out. You can't get anything underneath it to lever it out either. But what we used to do on the real cars is you put a bit of tissue or something in the hull and then you put the shaft in and hit it and the pressure from all the stuff building in there should make it hopefully come out. But I think it's going to work better with a silicone ear plug. Let's try that. A bit of silicone ear plug in the hole and the shaft on top like that. Then hit it. It has actually moved. So then a bit more in there and keep doing it till it's out. I'm just going to get all this mess out of here. That's easy. Look, the bearing unharmed, but we're going to change it anyway. So here we've got a new casing and here we've got some new bearings. So we're going to try and get the covers off so we can get some extra grease in there to hopefully make them last longer. So I've got some marine grease here in a syringe and I was going to squeeze a bit more of that in there. Hopefully that's going to make these bearings last a little bit longer. Oh, I can hear it in the comments. Kev, you're not supposed to hit bearings. Oh, it's just a toy. I'm not in it. So this here is what activates the reverse gear. And you've got this little fork here that sits in between and moves that left and right. There we go, one rebuilt transmission. If you have a look in here, look, when we pull this, what the servo pulls, you can see that shifting from forward into reverse gear, look. So next, let's flip open the front axle housing and see what's happened to the differential. We've lost drive completely. It's just rear-wheel drive now, look. It's spinning around and that isn't. So there we go, that's what's broken. That's like a common thing to go wrong on these laminators. Here I've got some prototype ones made out of a stronger steel. So let's chuck them in and see if that solves the issue. So here we have the prototype heavy duty version. It looks exactly the same, but the material should make it stronger. And while we've got it apart, we may as well replace the stock one on this side too. Right, ready? Boom! So I want this diff to be pretty locked. It's better for like doing monster truck tricks. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some silicone ear plugs. What that does is almost locks it, but not fully locks it. We're just going to go ahead and cram as much in there as we possibly can. And then get the lid back on. Next we have the twin shock conversion. So I'm taking off the spring because I don't really want the spring weight to be any harder. But having two shocks on there shares the load over the two shock shafts and I want to send this thing to the moon. So what we can do is put half the weight shock hole into both shocks so we should get roughly the same damping but more durability and it also looks more realistic. Trouble is though, now that we've taken the seat cup off on the spring, is when we push that shaft all the way in, there's still a little bit of shaft showing. Trouble is with that, the piston bottoms out in the top of the shock and then the shaft can bend. So if we come over here and have a look at the real monster truck, we've got these bump stops, so let's see what we can conjure up. So here I have a grommet set, and this one here fits perfectly over the shaft. So I'm going to put on a washer, grommet, another washer, rod end back on. It's a bit naughty really, holding that shock shaft in the vice, but I've got aluminium jaws. This is steel, aluminium being softer than steel. It should not scratch it. Beautiful. So now look, it looks exactly the same. That's the real one. So I've done a little bit of research and I cannot find any softer shock oil than 100 CST. This is the softest. So what I'm going to do is get a 3.5mm drill bit and drill out the piston. Also, So I'm going to take it apart, have a look to see what's going on in there. So this is the O-ring that's in there now, and over here I have an O-ring set. I've had a little play about, and the one that fits best is this one here. Now, I know nothing about O-rings, but it does say on here R07, so maybe you can find some the same. It might not even work, so I'm going to put that in there like that, and it's a bit of a tighter squeeze, and this back on top. And I'm going to leave it loose for now and install the shaft, which is a much tighter fit, and with that in there, I'm going to crank it up.